really competed, and that's what I told them in the locker room. And they were battling right through to the end. I thought the offense showed some life and energy, especially in the second half. There were spots in the first half as well. I thought John Fadul came in and did a really good job. For a guy that's been on the scout team 2 weeks ago to now having to run an offense other than off the cards. He had toughness, he had confidence, he ran people over, he threw the ball, he ran the ball. So it was nice to see. I think the energy rippled through the team a little bit, both sides of the ball. We obviously had some big plays negatively. We had the fumble for the touchdown, which we just can't have. But there were things in there that were very positive on both sides of the ball. We got depleted a little bit again further. We lost, I don't know the status of them, so don't even bother asking me. Isaac Addazio. We already lost Cam Moore for the year, and we started going down with DBs. We're running real thin right now, which affected our punt coverage because those guys are our gunners and our cover guys. So, these injuries are starting to really deplete us right now, which is what happens. I noticed that at the end on a couple of punts, we didn't have the same, we're a pretty good cover team now, but our two best cover guys now are out. They're gone, at least one for out for the year and one gone for the rest of the game. I thought that hurt us a little bit there, we're going to build off of this. We're going to build off it with our team. I was disappointed in the field goal. We came back and kicked another one, got it. So that was kind of a critical deal. And then, of course, at the end, we really would have liked to see us score there. But we're competing to make a play at the end of the game, and I got no issue with that. So all in all, I respect our football team, the way they fight and their effort, and especially given the amount of blows that they've taken right now. We're into our fourth quarterback right now, but I'm excited about it. He did a really fine job today. Got a long way to go, right? Got a long way to go. Rome's not built in a day there, but there was reason for excitement there. I thought some of the young linemen today played better. I saw some improvement. I'm sure I'm going to see some mistakes in there. But I see our youth starting to gain a little bit of confidence, and we'll grow. Some of the receivers stepped up, made a couple plays. I thought we went after it. We went, before the half, we went after the block. Just wanted to make a play. Came back, they were able to get 3 out of that. And then we went for it on 4th and 2. We threw that power pass to Sweeney, which, we just wanted to be aggressive and say, we call it shooter. We went after it, and I thought we had it, so I feel good about that too. All in all, this team is going to grow and develop, and the equity we're putting in right now, while it's not paying right now, it's going to pay. It's going to pay dividends, and those are the facts. So, steady in the boat, and keep grinding. That's what I told the team. Let's get ready to play North Carolina State. Next, any questions?
Why such a quick figure pulling Troy, and do you worry about his confidence at all after these 2 drives?
It's a performance-based deal, and we needed at that point. We needed to make a change. Everybody's got a job they got to do, and that's the way it is. And you got to do it. So you evaluate that. We planned on playing John Fadul in this game. We weren't moving the ball early. We're going with John Fadul. We went with John Fadul, and that's the way that was. So.
Any thoughts starting? Coming in? Any thoughts starting Fadul?
Absolutely.
Today?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to evaluate it all on the film. You asked me, is there any thought to it? Yes, there's absolutely thought to it. Does that mean it's going to happen? I can't say that right here on the podium, but absolutely.
Steve, given your excitement of what he was able to do, first play in, 25-yard run, and seemed to really get your team energized there. Thought going forward, just to sticking with him?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to evaluate that on the tape. I saw what you saw. That's why we took him off the scout team 2 weeks ago. I saw him making plays against our defense. And this isn't rocket science, And so I started little by little giving him a few reps before Jeff Smith got hurt at Louisville. So, you know, I've seen this. This isn't like just all of a sudden. I've seen a little bit at a time. It's starting to happen. I like the way he carries himself. I like the way he works at it. I like what it means to him. And I thought he had great energy on the field today. Now, he's young. I mean, but, you know, there is a lot of little issues out there. You don't know what they were. I know what they were. You know, like little things that didn't happen, motions, flips, things you have to do in the protect. But you know what? The foundation of that was guy running, delivering, throwing, on the move, eyes down the field, making plays. I mean, you got to make plays. I mean, this game is about that. Everybody thinks it's about play call. It's about making plays. A lot of plays work. You got to make plays. And, you know, the quarterback position is a huge position on any football team. The guy behind there has got to make plays. And then, of course, in a running offense, the tailback's got to make some plays. And so the offensive line is central to all of those. And we're really young there right now. That's just the way it is. And that's going to take a little time, and we're investing in that right now. And that's a painful invest, but we're investing in it. The thing is I know it's going to come back because I have the ability to evaluate whether they're the right guys, and they are. They're just young, and they just need time to grow and saturate, and they will. I say each week, and you get tired of me saying this. While that's all going on, we happen to be going against some of the most elite defenses in the country. Okay? That's a fact. So what's happening is that baptism is coming under a lot of duress, you know, and so they're gonna grow from that, but it's a little severe right now because they're playing against some really darn good football players. There's 2 top-round draft picks in the defensive front for Virginia Tech. That's the way that is. You know, they're playing Bears 0 coverage, you know, so they've been good on defense for a long time, long before, you know, long time ago.
Did you get any explanation as to why Connor Stranand's fumble recovery and apparent touchdown was not reviewable?
It was a progress call. It's non-reviewable. Progress call. So I believe the sideline guy made a progress call. So.
But then their turnover did get reviewed.
Yeah, but it's different. Yeah. This was a prize. When they make a progress call, that means it's non-reviewable. It's not something, you know, whether, you know, no matter whether that's right, wrong, or indifferent, it's not going to matter. You know, that's why I called timeout there. I wanted to challenge the call, and then I was told it was a progress call. It's not challengeable. I didn't, you know, I mean, I did not know they made a progress call. So I think you know, I think it shocked a lot of people.
Go first.
Given you know how hard they played, I mean, does it take any starch out of your team knowing that, you know, you're playing for pride the rest of the way out?
Yeah, I think it does, but I think you know, as we heard in the homily today, you know, you got to love football. When you love football and it's your world, I mean, you have disappointment, but you love football, and you can't wait to get back here on Sunday tomorrow and watch the tape, and you can't wait for practice on Tuesday. That doesn't take away your love for the game. If it did, then you don't really love it like you thought you loved it. And that goes for coaches and players and everybody. Okay? And I think we got a bunch of guys that love football. Now, am I naive enough to think it doesn't take some starch? It takes some, but that's my job, to keep the starch in there and to keep us playing hard and to not accept it, but to grow it. And we talked about that in the locker room before I walked up here. And is it harder? Yeah, it's harder. Sure it is. It's human nature. What happens is it's the human nature stuff that gets in the middle of it. You know, it's the outside noise that chirps on you a little bit. But I think our team has a pretty good understanding of what we're doing, what we're building, what we're growing. I think it's hardest on the older guys. You know, they're not coming back next year. So it's hardest on them. Okay? But we got our last home game, senior day on Saturday, and then we play Notre Dame in Fenway, and then we play a rival. So we're gonna get to work, we're gonna practice, we're gonna grow. You know? And as I told them, I mean, this is all one group, one team, making an investment for the future of Boston College right now. And everybody's got to take some pride in that. While it may sting right now, you'll take pride in that investment because you're part of that investment.
Speaking of investment future, in the off season, it's time for you guys to start looking for maybe a more veteran QB coach, offensive coordinator, somebody who can help these guys teach, because you'll have a freshman quarterback coming in, you'll have Wade coming back next year. You're looking at a quarterback staff next year that doesn't have a lot of experience. They're still growing. Do you try to bring in somebody who has more experience teaching these guys on the fly how to play a pro-style offense and read defenses quicker than they can anticipate it?
I'm not sure I know what you're asking here.
I mean, is it time to bring in, are you, in the offseason, you're going to try to bring in maybe another coach to help coach the quarterbacks up? Somebody who has experience coaching elite
Well, we
quarterbacks.
have experienced coaches right now here on our staff. I mean, they're very experienced coaches. And I'm always going to, in the off-season, I'm a big go out and study guy, and have people come in. That's just professional development. That's what we're going to do. And that's what I believe in. We have a very veteran coaching staff here, and very, and they're doing a fine job coaching these quarterbacks right now. And you're seeing some of that development at the most difficult stages right now. These are freshman quarterbacks, or redshirt freshman quarterbacks. That's as extreme as it can possibly get at any level. It would be like saying, are you going to bring in a veteran O-line coach? Well, there's no more veteran O-line coach in the country than I am. I mean, it's not going to be the issue. In terms of out there players and stuff like that, I mean, this isn't the NFL. We can't go on waiver wires here. What we can do is there are situations that do occur. We had one here before. But you can't go after those. We got a good group of young guys right here. You saw one of them today step up. We had one of them start the year who unfortunately got hurt in the second quarter of the third game, which was essentially the second game. Okay, so he's gone and not to be seen again. Right? He's a very talented guy, very talented, and we've seen talent out of each one of these kids, and they're all young. So my job is to evaluate everything at the end of the year. My job is to make sure that I feel that this program is continuing to grow and be developed, which I'll do. And as the head coach here, I evaluate everything every day, and at the end of the year, I evaluate the year. I evaluate where I think things are going, where I think they need to go, whether it be personnel, whether it be schematics. I do all of that. That's my job, and I'll do that again. But I think these young guys are developing right now, and I've seen evidence of that on the field today. That was for a guy that was running off of carbs 2 weeks ago. I thought you saw signs of a guy doing a hell of a job.
Good. Thank you.